In the previous episode, we seen not one, but two flopped boats get paid off on the river. With no short of tough decisions and great laydowns, expect all that and more on this episode of All Out Poker's 1-in-1 home cash game. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we are back for episode 2 of the All Out Poker cash game. I'm your host and commentator, Dave Frazier. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. With the stacks getting deeper and deeper on this cash game, we're expecting to see some really big pots tonight. And would you look at that? Mark wakes up with aces against Tim Straddle, makes it $10 pre-flop. Looks like Andrew makes the call. Shannon's grabbing some chips. He makes the call as well. Denise folds. Sean grabs some chips. He makes the call, as does Mike and Tim. We're moving 6-way to this pot. $60 in here already. Looks like a relatively safe board. Sean and Mike and Tim check. Mark's grabbing chips. Makes it $20. Andrew folds. Looks like Shannon's thinking with King, Queen of Hearts here. Looks like he completely missed the flop. And the blinds fold. Great situation for Mark here. He's pretty much almost got the check mark. Shannon looks like he needs runner. The 6 of clubs comes down. Looks like Mark makes a check. Looks like he might be worried about that club. Shannon's grabbing chips. Looks like he makes it $40. Really putting Mark into an interesting situation here. That 6 completes a lot of straights as well. And he folds. Mark folds the aces. Shannon's bluff gets through. What an amazing play by Shannon here. Really taking advantage of his position in that hand. Wow. What an incredible call on the flop. Really trying to take advantage of those bluff outs. He must have not been worried about the other players in the hand. Looks like Mark makes a straddle. John makes a double straddle.
So the World Series won't allow deals? Oh no. No. So the EPTs, you can actually get them to come over and show you the ICM numbers, and they'll actually like chop up the prize pool if you agree. Because it's a Poker Stars live event, so they'll just like chop the money like they do on Poker Stars. Yeah. World Series is 0 deals. I kind of like. I guess it's kind of like it's good because they make it so that it's like.
Looks like we're moving into this next hand here.
To be like not to play it out like where it's like 3 people chopped it out evenly. It's about who's the best. Yeah, they just want to make who's the best. Yeah, I feel like if deals happen, it just makes.
Double straddle. Alex makes the fold. Up to Andrew with 8-3 offsuit makes the fold. Shannon with King 10 here. Looks like he's grabbing some chips. Makes it 15. Denise and Sean fold. Mike makes the fold.
If you don't know the guy and he's from a different country, I'd say there's no way you can make a deal. But if it's both people from America or something.
Tim makes the fold. Mark here with Jack 10 folds. John, suited connector, 6-5. Defends his straddle.
And you can't sue him because it's just like a handshake.
2 clubs come down.
I'd probably not make a deal. If you get down to the heads up and
Shannon making the bet here. Looks like $20.
already guaranteed 6 mil.
Needs a queen for Broadway. I don't think John's getting away from this. He needs a club.
It's not like you get nothing or 12 million. It's still $6 million.
Pair of 2s on the board. I don't think either of the players are worried about that. John checks. Shannon wondering if he really wants to bluff these cards here. He checks as well. The ace comes down, giving Shannon the check mark with king high. Let's see if John's going to try to take a stab at this pot. No, he makes the check. He's given up. Shannon checks as well. He's going to take down that good-sized pot. Shannon winning 2 in a row. Let's see if he can make it a third here. Moving into the next hand, looks like we got a straddle and a double straddle.
And I had zero clue. And I mean zero clue.
See what we got here. Shannon under the gun with 7-6 offsuit. Makes the fold.
I was like, I barbecued somehow. Didn't fall.
Shannon makes the fold. It's up to Denise with 9-2 offsuit. More than likely going to be a fold here as well.
500?
Sean folds. Mike calls the straddle. On the button. Tim calls.
Well, you can, just don't do one that's 500.
So like the one I took the other day.
Honestly, I don't even want to risk feeling like that.
The one
Totally.
I took the other day.
Looks like Mark's thinking about doing something here.
Each little die.
I mean,
Ace 3 offsuit.
And I felt like I was cool.
I'm a weakling when it comes
Looks like he makes the call.
like a 20.
500.
John calls. It's up to Alex's decision here. Looks like he checks.
I was in the couch. So we have
Kind of an interesting pot here. King 7-6. Looks like Mike hits a 10 high flush draw here.
And then like 3 or 4 hours,
John leads out for $12 with a pair of sixes. Mike calls.
I'll be back for a week.
Both Tim and Mark fold. Going to the turn here. The ace of clubs. Both players aren't going to like that one. The 5 of spades giving John the check mark here with the 6. Mike checks back his flush draw.
But there are some people that have,
John looks like he's taking down this pot.
but there are some people and they get sick.
I'm not sure if a bet on the river here would have actually gotten John off that pot, but you never know.
I'm game if you want a double straddle, but I can straddle first. Put $4 in there.
Looks like the guys are going for some more straddles.
I'm hoping for a check.
It's probably not happening. It won't be me though. Someone else down there is gonna be like $20.
It's been a pretty tough table up to this point. Looks like Shannon 6-3 offsuit makes the call. Up to Denise. Denise folds. Sean calls.
When we weren't on camera, I was still excited. But you guys are upset.
Mark, we got Mark here with pocket kings. He's certainly going to be raising up this pot. Makes it $20. Alex with 8-7 suited. Makes the call. Punishing these limpers here. And Sean makes the call with 9-5 suited on the button. It's going to be a tough pot for him to win, I think, with Mark having kings. Great flop for Mark, 6 queen 8. Mark raises $30. I can't see Alex continuing with this pot, but there's a chance he just doesn't believe him. He makes the fold. Sean here needing a 7 to hit a gut shot straight. He has position. He only has 3 outs. Alex did fold the 7 of clubs.
I'm just like laughing, you know.
He makes the call.
Back on.
It's like we're going to a turn here. The 7 comes down. Unbelievable. Sean hits one of his 3 outs. Mark checks behind. Probably trying to induce a bluff here. But Sean makes a weird check on the turn. The 9 comes down. That's probably going to stop Mark from putting any more money in the spot. But Sean looks like he checks the river. Mark does not like the looks of that. Sean probably regretting that decision of not betting on the turn here. Looks like Shannon double straddles for the next hand. We might see a round of straddles here. Or even a round of double straddles.
If it gets limped, I'll call.
Definitely not. If it's lumped around to me, I'm not checking.
Everyone wins.
Andrew admiring the
He
chips.
said he was gonna oil them up, and I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. I'm just thinking about how like when I eat like popcorn, I put some butter on there. I don't want my chips to be like, you know what I mean? I was like, oil the chips up. I was like, is that a thing? I was like, that doesn't sound like a thing I'd want. Like, I put too much oil. Deep frying them more often. What are you supposed to deep fry, dude? He told me to post for him. I don't know what he wants to do. I'm just gonna give him the hand anyway, because it's. I know, but he told me.
Looks like we're dealing in a dead small blind.
Yeah, hopefully the mic picks it up. Yeah.
Might as well deal in the other player too. Why not?
Whatever.
Maybe we'll see them not have the chance to play aces. You can certainly tell that this is more of a home game and not any kind of professional establishment. It's like Denise is grabbing some chips. Looks like she makes a raise.
20, 25?
Denise raises a 25. Looks like it gets folded around. Mark folds. Gets folded around to Shannon on the double straddle. Denise has been playing pretty tight up to this point, but
One other caller, I would have been in there. That's my favorite thing.
looks like Denise takes down this pot. Shows Queen Jack suited. Flops really well.
2/5 of royal. I had more royal than he did with 4 or 5 offsuits.
I don't know what I want to hit at that point.
Everyone's brand new. Everyone's brand new. Everyone's what is an hour wait before you.
Nobody has any common sense anymore.
Tim insulting everybody at the table.
But we don't make it easy.
Like I get chats sometimes. And they're like,
I raised them where
No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I'm just kidding. It's like Shannon makes a straddle.
royal cards.
It's up to Denise with ace 8 offsuit.
Have to raise. I really just have to make a home.
It's like she's grabbing chips. She makes a call.
That's really under the gun.
Sean with 10-7 off makes the call as well. Tim makes it 6. 9-7 suited. He's got position here with Mark folding. Alex makes the call. Andrew makes the call. Shannon with 6-4 suited.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Makes the call as well. We're going 6-way to this pot. 8-2-4. Shannon getting mid pair here. Denise hitting top pair. Looks like it gets checked around to Tim. He makes a continuation bet of 12. Alex lets go ace queen. Shannon makes the call. It's got a backdoor flush draw as well. Denise calls. 9 of clubs comes down. Neither player has any clubs. Shannon makes the check. Looks like Denise makes a bet. Tim folding top pair here. Shannon makes the fold as well. Denise taking down this pot with a pair of 8s. Players are really respecting Denise's raises here. I'm going to move into the next hand.
You're going to see it later, so I might as well just fess up.
Alex has the button.
It was a top pair with an ace kicker. I thought I was good.
Denise giving free information of the last hand. Denise 10-8 offsuit makes the call. Sean folds. Mike folds. It's up to Tim. Tim with Queen Jack offsuit. Makes it 6. Mark makes the call with King 9 suited.
They're amateurs.
Yeah, because they're not used to being on TV.
John makes the call. Alex makes the call.
Playing with like.
Andrew
I mean,
folds.
if I was to sit at a table and I looked around, there's like Phil and.
Shannon calls as well. Ace Jack out of position. Denise folds.
Daniel and Scotty.
Not sure if she was pot committed on that pot or not, but
I think I would fold every hand.
most players probably would have seen a flop.
As one motion, you could do this and bring anything back. Oh, really? As long as one motion, they're up. That's always like that.
I might just even fold. these
9, 5, 10.
and sit at the table
Do
while-
this, come back. And
Tim hitting an open-ended.
you can literally do this and then $10 you want as long as you bring it back.
not a rule. Like, don't even.
Yeah, like,
Looks like Alex and Mark have both hit a 9.
not that we're looking for you to make that rule, because it gets confusing and then some people.
Like Shannon checks.
I think you used
Tim checks is open-ended.
I was like, what the hell's people doing?
Gets checked around to Alex on the button. Makes it $10. Shannon quickly calls. Tim calls as well. Mark folds his pair of 9s. John folds. Looks like we're gonna go to a turn here.
You call. It's like you got the best call. Oh,
Yeah, okay, never mind, I'll bet that.
4 changes nothing. Checks around to Alex. Alex makes it 20. Shannon looking like he's looking to do something creative here. Makes the fold. Tim still with the open-ended here.
It makes a difference.
Any king, queen, 8, jack. Gives them the pot here. Makes the call. River's an ace. Tim more than likely looking like he's going to give up this pot. Alex checks.
Why you?
Looks like he was worried about the ace. Alex takes down the pot. Looks like Mark's laughing. Folded the same hand. It is what it is. Looks like we're moving into the next hand.
You know, depends on what you raise.
Andrew's got the button. Looks like Mike folds out of the gun. Actions to Tim with 8-6 suited. Makes the call. Mark folds, John folds, Alex folds, as does Andrew. It's like Shannon makes the call. And Denise gets kings on the big blind. Makes a raise. 26. Everybody folds. Might have raised a bit too much there. Wasn't much money in the pot.
After a while, when you text individually, everyone like 25 bucks.
Yeah, this one was kind of like one of those. I'm not really ready to advertise a game like this.
No, I don't mean yet. I just mean when you have it over there. Yeah, start adding some people. Make it a private group so people can't add their friends.
Oh, right there.
You can do it. You gotta run the game.
Yep.
It's like Mike makes the call. Actions to Tim with ace jack. He calls as well. John limps in. Alex wanted to fold, but can't get away from that $1.
I have no idea how long the editing is going to take, and that's what the factor is.
It's like Shannon makes it $15. Denise folds.
It almost a family pot.
Sean with queen 4 suited.
Well, you know what? The crazy uncle just came out.
Makes the call. Mike folds.
You want to stay, you gotta pay.
Actions to Tim here with ace jack. Limped in.
Yeah, he had a look.
Makes the raise. Makes it to 45 here. Gets folded around to Shannon. Sitting on the button with pocket 10s. Looks like he makes the call. Sean here, regretting putting in that $15.
Again.
Yes, sir.
It's like we're going to a flop. Seven, 6 king rainbow. Tim continuation bet for $40. Shannon really thinking about the decision here. Wondering if Tim can make that kind of move with ace king preflop. Or possibly a better pocket pair. It's like Shannon makes the fold with pocket 10s. Tim takes down the pot with ace jack.
Crack the aces.
It looks like the continuation bet worked. Great play by Tim here. Shannon must have been really worried about that king. Probably thought Tim had quite a bit on his range.
My wife was pumped for this game. She's like, go have fun tonight. That sounds like a good time. Show her the table and everything. So that sounds like a good
I know. So I don't know how many people have seen this table that Dave doesn't even know, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Didn't send me a picture of the table.
I'll
Literally,
I'll be all blind.
No, I didn't even see the table.
Yeah, literally, the people here, the people that I sent the picture to, and I put it on Reddit, but I didn't.
Looks like Alex makes a double straddle here.
Name and nobody knows, so.
Andrew folds, Shannon folds, Denise wakes up with pocket nines. Makes a raise. $18. Sean folds the button. It's up to Mike. Mike makes the call with Jack 10 suited. Folds around to John. John makes the call with 6-4 offsuit. It's up to Alex. Alex quickly folds. Does not like the looks of that 5-3. Looks like we're three-way going to the flop. 5-Jack-7, giving John an open-ended straight. Mike checks his Jack-10. He had top pair. Denise looking like she's going to go for a raise with the nines. Mike quickly goes all in. Looks like he's got around $50 or so.
In today's age, you have to have a cell phone. If you did that, someone would make sure to have a cell phone. To
Goes all in for 56. John thinking about a decision here with his open-ended. Goes all in as well. Really putting Denise in an interesting spot. She can't think that her nines are good here. Best case, people are drawing. But there is flush draws out there as well.
They were
fun, you know, 2 tables.
Yeah.
Like $10 games and all that.
Yeah.
That was part of the, beginning poker experience.
And now, like, the kid knows, like, a
Denise thinking about getting rid of these nines.
Yeah. For sure. That'd be.
Right.
Well, Kate graduated, man. My son graduated last year.
Probably doesn't like that jack out on the board. She folds the nines.
Yeah, well, doing like carpentry and stuff.
Does not look happy about it. Looks like we got an all in here going to see a turn in a river.
It's all paid for, right?
John needs an 8 or a 3 to hit a straight. King of diamonds doesn't help him. The 8 comes down on the river, giving John the straight. Eliminating Mike. Looks like he's finished for the night. A great pot for John. Looks like we're moving to the next hand here. Looks like John straddles and Alex double straddles.
And you want to see the river? He doesn't show it, but he puts it on the side.
Yeah, then we get to watch it on the replay.
And you have to pay $1.
That's small.
Looks like Andrew with Queen 10 offsuit.
You hear that? If you want a rabbit hunt, you'll rabbit hunt, but you gotta the person's gotta give $1.
Looks like he makes a raise of 12.
And then you'll rabbit hunt on the stream. So you have to watch it.
Denise makes the fold. Sean makes the fold. As does Tim.
What the fuck is this?
Mark folds. It's up to John here with Queen Jack offsuit. He calls. Alex 9-4 suited calls as well. It's like we're three-way going to the spot.
I'm the same as you though, man, with the, when you say about the leg thing. I like your
8 ace ace. Pair of aces on the board. Nobody has one in their hand. Alex hits a flush draw. Andrew makes a continuation bet. It's like 16.
Because when I bought them, they were like 305.
Alex calls.
But I went on
Pretty much a 50-50 at this point.
900 pair.
The jack comes down. Helps no one, but gives Andrew a Broadway gutshot draw.
I'm getting 1 pair stock though. I'm not gonna.
Looks like he makes a $25 raise here.
20 years and then. Yeah. Well, you never know, right?
Can't see Alex getting away from this. He makes the call. Needs a spade, but misses. Andrew with queen high. Alex checks to Andrew.
Don't release certain ones like heavily.
like Andrew's trying to make a decision, grabbing chips. Makes a $60 raise with queen high. Alex really kind of thinking about making a decision here, and he folds. Andrew taking down a good sized pot on that bluff. Looks like we're quickly moving into the next hand here. Alex straddles again. Andrew, jack 2 offsuit, makes the fold. Shannon winds up with pocket nines. Makes it 15. Tim makes the call on the button with ace queen. Actions to Mark. Mark folds. John with queen 3 offsuit makes the fold, and Alex folds as well. It's like we're heads up going to the flop.
I don't remember really the time I learned to swear, but it's like I feel like
Tim flops 2 pair.
learning.
Shannon probably doesn't like that flop too much.
I don't think I even knew what a swear word was.
Looks like he does a continuation bet. Tim quickly goes all in.
But is it just like the internet? Everyone is like exposed to so much.
Not a great flop for Shannon at all here.
That's what I mean. Like now I have like kids that are
Quickly folds.
swear words. It took me till I was like 8 or 9 or something, and I still
Yep.
can't even get them all.
I always lose with it or lose with it.
Tim shows the ace queen. Pretty much an easy fold for Shannon there. You never want to see a flop like that with pocket nines. 3 overcards, it's never good.
So like 12, that seems fair. But like, I guess can you like make them all easy?
It's not on.
It's like Andrew makes a straddle. Shannon with ace 10 offsuit raises to 15.
Yeah.
It's like Denise makes the fold. Sean folds ace 9. Tim makes the call with ace 7 offsuit. It's up to Mark on the button. He folds. John makes the call with queen jack suited. Looks like we're 3-way going to this flop.
That is fair.
2 spades comes down, giving John the flush draw. He checks. Shannon checks as well, as does Tim. We're moving to the turn.
I don't think it matters if the blinds are
9 of clubs comes down, changes nothing.
combined with 300.
Leads out for 20.
The game would still be crazy. It's true. It's like it just would travel.
Shannon thinking about a call, but he makes the fold.
What is the,
Tim folds as well. John takes down the pot with his queen high flush draw.
It's hard to like, I used to try to organize.
Great play by John.
I'm like a crazy.
Must have sensed weakness on that hand.
Going all in all the time. Even though I lowered the blinds to try to get the action to be lower, didn't matter. It's still all in. My friend Dan,
it
he
just,
said
it
he knows
builds
it
the
really
pot,
well. He
half
lives
of it
like on
goes
Birchfield,
to
just around the corner.
the pot
And
now,
they
and
don't
half
go
of it
to-
goes
I don't
to
know,
the
but he just
final.
said, hey, if
So,
there's
I mean,
if he's okay,
Cause a lot of times
he would
it's
just
for
swing
20
by. I
bucks.
said I'll just ask. He was literally
I'll go, I'll
It's like Denise, queen jack suited.
go all in blind,
Yeah.
like the first hand, I've done that before.
He's always quiet.
And I just go.
Looks like she makes a raise.
100,000, I'll go all in blind, and you can call.
Dealer clearly not paying attention here.
Or I can go on and
Start paying attention to the action, dealer.
And Joey, Joey Gadet,
Yes.
he went in blind every hand. And he won every, he knocked, turn was over.
Everybody kind of
Joey Gadet.
making plays without him paying attention.
Every hand blind. Joey, like, on the one night, he was taking like 30 people there. 30 people tournament, it was done in an hour. He went all in blind every hand and won every hand. Yeah, Joey, every time, all in.
I remember that.
And everybody call, you know, draws very tough. And then I'm all in.
It's like it was a $14 raise.
Big hand, like kings, aces, and
Sean called with ace jack.
Anyway, the tournament was done in an hour. 30 people tournament.
3 clubs come down. Sean's got the jack of clubs.
Yeah.
A ton of outs for Denise. Sean actually has the check mark here, but
Yes, Dan said I'm gonna come back.
he makes the fold.
Yeah, I told
Denise
him
shows the king jack.
it's like he lives 500 meters from me. And I
Sean is not happy about that.
we're really close.
Not realizing it was pretty much a coin flip.
And I'm gonna fold, and I'm still gonna waste it would be a waste
All
of 2
straddling,
hours.
I got you.
Yeah, I like straddling under. Like
I'll
8
look at my
down.
cards, and if they're
Over
good,
that.
I will raise.
I definitely
I
prefer
straddle
on
if I want to.
It's like Sean
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the
makes it
first one I had-
$8 with King Jack.
Big fold, take it back.
Must be trying to see if the hand's going to be good for him this time.
Is there a washroom here? Down there?
Gets folded around to Alex on the button with King 10 offsuit makes the call. Andrew folds. Shannon with pocket twos. Looks like he makes the call. Three-way going to the flop.
Fusion all the time. And
Well, when the guy on the button straddled, the guy that straddled. the
Jack
button-
4-3.
I'm like,
Looks like Sean hits top pair.
there's a pair.
Gets checked around. We go to a turn.
If you are on the button.
10 comes down, gives Alex a pair of 10s. Sean goes in for some raising chips.
Like angels.
Looks like he makes it $12.
And I didn't even know there was a such thing. as a-
Alex calls.
Until I went to the casino.
Shannon folds the twos. Looks like we're going to the river.
The places I play poker, they don't do that.
8 of diamonds. Gives Sean the check mark here with top pair.
If people's hands.
See if you can value bet Alex. Looks like he makes it 22. Alex quickly calls. He's gonna get the bad news here.
How much was this? 22. He's like 100.
Sean wins with the King Jack.
205.
Now that you called it, I'm good.
Looks like that hand was working for the last 2 hands for these players. Bringing some of the money to the other side of the table.
Oh, now we're taking that one off.
You get a, you get,
This will be a test.
no, it needs a better, you need higher heat. And it will actually, you can tell when it's fused, because you will actually see the pattern of the felt. You'll see
It's like
it
actions to
through
Tim here.
the vinyl.
That
So
8-7
that's when you
offsuit.
know that it's on there and it's not going.
Looks like he makes it $6. Mark calls. 5-4 suited. Alex calls. 6-4 suited.
Of heat.
Looks like Andrew's on the button, grabbing some raising chips.
Like if it was before the sensors went in, it would be different. But
28.
Looks like he makes it 28. Shannon with Jack 10 offsuit.
that's a lot of heat.
Small blind makes the fold. Denise and Sean fold.
That's how much.
Tim folds.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Mark out of position here with 5-4 suited. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes the fold.
Yeah, I figured it would be easier to do the last thing because then.
Looks like Alex might be following suit with Mark's fold here, but
Because even this, like who printed that?
he wants to play it.
Yeah, we definitely see it on the street.
He wants to see a flop.
Down so fucking
I
bad.
was gonna say, that needs, I mean, that could
He
be
makes the
done.
fold. Andrew takes down this pot.
You could do that in like 10 minutes.
Show now. I'm gonna make me.
Makes him wait for the stream.
I mean, when
Not giving him any information at the table.
I know I should have paid $1. I would
I
have
had
loved to see a
already,
flop on that one.
I had already designed all of this, like the 1 through 10, in like 30 seconds. I'm like, okay, boom, 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 boom.
Still a
like,
gap
easy,
in between
easy.
them. No, 7-5, something like that.
Needs to go on and then just adjust. You just
It's like Tim makes a straddle. Actions to Mark here. Mark makes a $7 raise with Jack 9 suited. John calls. Ace 5 of hearts.
You don't like the call and regen behind?
Andrew folds. Shannon makes the call on the button.
Oh,
Denise folds. Looks like Sean makes the call with Queen 9 offsuit. Tim calls with 4-2 offsuit.
5 to win.
6 Jack 4. Mark hitting top pair. Looks like it gets checked around to Shannon, who checks as well. 5 of spades, giving Shannon a pair of 5s. And John a pair of 5s. Mark makes it $10. John calls. Shannon goes for the squeeze. Makes it $30. Mark folds. Folds the best hand. And John folds as well. Shannon making an amazing play on the button with that squeeze play.
that first 100 didn't go very far. Like, I think it was all in 3 hands.
Looking like we got a straddle and a double straddle in play here. Folds over to Shannon. Shannon makes the call with Jack 8 offsuit. Looks like Denise. Ace King suited on the button.
So much.
45.
Makes a very sizable raise of $45.
What's that? I see raise. Got to be a happy.
Tim, Ace King suited as well.
Don't say raise. You have to actually say the word raise. Like,
Kind of a weird decision here.
and I say,
Denise has been playing fairly tight this entire session.
they're like, no, you didn't say raise. I said,
Makes the call.
let's make it 16.
He is out of
Say the
position.
word raise.
Oh my god.
You have to say the word raise.
$45 raise pre-flop.
They caught me with that.
No.
Actions to Shannon here. Surely he's not going to play this hand. Makes the fold. We're heads up going to the flop.
Everyone calls the 16
Okay.
essentially because they know they do it. So, has anyone ever asked them why they made that rule?
To take advantage of new
10 Jack 10.
They made that rule because
Both Denise and Tim miss.
older people that play,
It's a tournament.
no, it's a tournament, it's a $30 tournament, there's a lot of older people that play.
Looks like Tim's trying to think of a decision here.
And
Thinking about stealing this pot.
that's what they do. It's an older crowd.
Looks like he makes it 50.
Okay, I mean, I guess if everyone just plays and they're all used to it.
Totally,
Looks like Denise is not getting rid of this hand. She's not going away. Makes the call as well with ace high. Both players are chasing a queen.
Playing chess or playing Candy Crush or
Every
whatever.
private game now, everybody's.
And I'm just like, it's just
Looks like Tim's grabbing more raising chips.
kills the vibe.
Makes it 50 again.
Yeah, some people play poker online on their phone.
Literally taking almost half of Denise's stack here.
Play on Sundays, we play a private game. It's annoying.
Denise would be pot committed at this point, and she made the call. Pot is over $200 at this point.
They have their iPads on the table playing race events and playing race events.
Almost feel pot committed here.
They played the whole series online. There was like 20 some races, you know. On there every
Must be
day.
putting Tim on a good hand.
That's the game now.
Yeah.
Denise looking like she might just put the entire stack in. She makes the fold. Tim shows the bluff. Denise cannot be happy about that one. The same hand. A split pot. Tim takes down a pot well over $200.
I almost shoved, just because.
I would have to call you.
I would, of course you would, but then you would just talk.
Great play by Tim here.
It's like I wanted to go play the game.
It's gonna be impossible to
Yeah,
call
but it
that.
was like playing 5-10
Looks like we got ourselves a straddle and a double straddle.
hat. It was very like you had to wear almost like a
Andrew with ace king.
Please, I was saying, please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold. I really was, I'm not gonna lie.
Looks like he makes it $12.
so they were very strict there.
Don't have queens,
Shannon
don't have
folds.
queens, don't have queens. I was like-
Denise folds.
5 things are like 12. That's their
Sean makes the fold as well.
No,
It's up to Tim.
we did ace king though, it was really pretty.
Tim's got 8-5 suited.
sometimes. And
Makes the call with his
Twice as
new
that
chips.
So, are those clubs? Are those spades?
John and Alex call as well. Looks like we're four-way going to the flop.
That was, if they were spades, there's no way I'm calling.
No,
Royal
no.
draw.
whatever, I guess I'm not playing.
Oh, I didn't, yeah.
Ace 5-8. John hits a pair of eights. Andrew hitting his ace. Fortunately, it's not going to be good with Tim hitting 2 pair.
Even if you had pocket jack.
checked around to Andrew.
I'm still not gonna fold that if those were spades.
Much of that?
Looks like he makes a bet of 22.
Call.
Tim quickly calls. John folds. Alex has an open-ended straight. He calls as well. Three-way going to the turn. 3 helps nobody.
50.
$50 from Tim. Looks like Alex is thinking about making a call here. Needs a 9 or a 4. Makes the fold.
So you can fold them? What do you do?
Andrew with ace king. Makes the fold. What a great fold by Andrew. Tim shows the 2 pair. What a play by Andrew. Top pair, top kicker. Props to Andrew. We're really going with his read there. Saving him some money.
Well, settle down, Tim, eh? You want to keep positive there, eh? Settle down.
I don't usually fold that.
Just might as well post this on your Facebook something like that.
It's on the TV, I had to make the fold. Off stream there, I'm all in.
Players joking around about the last hand.
No, I just lost a huge bug.
Yeah, you raised my straddle.
Thanks for asking. No.
Looks like it gets folded around to Sean.
300.
Right on the cutoff.
Well, I'd like to see a king on the turn.
5-2 suited. Makes the raise $8. Tim calls on the button. 8-7 off. John makes the call with Jack-10 suited.
Whenever you guys both call, I said, I think I want the board to pair.
Alex calling with Ace-2.
That'll be safe pairing. All the draws are nice.
And there it is. There you go.
I was hoping for it. I was like, I don't think
It's like John hits top pair. Alex hits bottom pair.
I just need them to
Sean hits bottom pair as well. Grabs some raising chips. Makes it 16. Tim folds. John with top pair here makes the call. Alex calls as well. Going to a turn. 4 of diamonds comes down. John still has top pair. Gets checked around to Sean, who now has an open-ended straight. Looks like he makes a bet.
23.
Makes a bet at 23.
Make sure you put a clip of that.
It's like John is thinking about his decision here. He does have the best hand.
Who knew he was so good?
Who knew he
Looks like he makes the call.
Who knew he was so scared of money?
Alex calling with bottom pair and a gut shot. Little does he know that Sean already has the 5. 9 comes down on the board, changes nothing. John makes the check. Looks like the players are just going to give up. John's going to take down this pot with a pair of 10s. Well, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, we're going to have to cut this session short. But I want to thank all the players for joining me for this session. Mark, John, Alex, Andrew, Shannon, Denise, Sean, Mike, and Tim. Thank you guys for joining us on this first test of the RFID table. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as this is a new channel. My name is Dave Frazier. Good night.